You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for De'Aaron Fox.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. But that doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Fox and Castle are their guards. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And for the Nets, Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Nicholas Claxton out there with Red Hot. And it's Demon in at the point. Red Hot the pass to Claxton. Possessions can't end until somebody grabs a rebound. Greg, 2 of the best on the boards are facing off tonight. They prioritize rebounding.
And getting those extra possessions can really break a team's will. When excellent rebounding teams play, everyone has to work a little harder to secure the ball. You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Castle with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Wembanyama, a screen on Thomas. Here's Castle. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Johnson surveying the floor. The wide open look here for Fox. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Pass to Red Hot. There's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Wembanyama with it. Claxton covering. Wembanyama, a screen. They get the rebound. Pass to Castle. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
The 3 from Thomas, and the Nets, another 3.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know, he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now, here's Fox. 9 points last game. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. There's Porter with the 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Johnson with it. Now Thomas defending. That's good from Fox on the assist by Johnson. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
There's Porter with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Johnson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Fox kicks to Vassell. Tries from 16. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that high release point really helps Vassell in that mid-range area.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So, for the Nets, Zaire Williams, he's checked in for Red Hot. And it's Traore in for Demon. Thomas, no luck. Spurs leading by 3. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Williams passes to Thomas. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Harper. You know, Doris, whenever Cam Thomas gets the ball, you expect him to shoot it.
You do, Kevin. There's certain guys in the league that always have the green light, and Cam Thomas, one of those guys. This guy legitimately, on a nightly basis, can put up huge scoring numbers.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Thomas with the stuff.
You love to see Cam Thomas pursue the extra opportunity. He's got a big, strong body. Go use it.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Harper, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
From deep, Thomas. Rebounded by the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards. Boy, this guy's been a monster this quarter. His team has needed it.
Over to the wing. And here's Harper from the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Ultra competitive. That's a nice answer by Harper.
Here's Porter. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Harper. The shot will not fall. Good defense by Claxton. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Outside Harper. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Here's Porter, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
This is what Porter Jr. is all about. He's a very gifted offensive player.
Here's Fox. Can't connect from 14 feet out. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Spurs lead by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Spurs?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
We've got Terrence Mann. Red Hot is out there with Sharp. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Wilson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Red Hot. San Antonio's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Pass to Olynyk. Launches a three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's Mann. Good on the three-point shot. Mann's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Pass to Olynyk. And the call will be against Red Hot. That's his first foul. And the Nets making a change here. Demon's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Champagne's checked in. Here's McLaughlin. Scoreless thus far. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wembanyama. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Red Hot. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Shot to stop the run, and it's blocked. To the wing on the left. A baseline J, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
You get the sense of the impressive reach of Olynyk. Important on that dunk.
Sharp, the pass to Williams. That one falls. And the Nets lead by 4.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Thomas checked in for the Nets. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for San Antonio. Fox comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The kick out to Fox. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. Fox has got 10 points.
And you see some of that insane skill of Wemby, able to drive and kick. That is a 7'4" guard.
Thomas against Harper. Fox from outside. Rebound by Williams. The Nets with the lead. It's Thomas outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Fox scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charani. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us, an update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough. So you try to build it." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
A different look now for San Antonio. Johnson's checked in for Luke Cornett. Vassell comes in for Kelly Olynyk, and Castle is subbed in for Harper.
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. Look at San Antonio. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next lead.
You know, right now for Brooklyn, they wanted the top spot badly, and they did just that. A real testament to both their chemistry and work ethic.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Brooklyn making some changes. Porter comes in for Reinhardt. Mann subbed in for Zaire Williams. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for San Antonio. Deflects the pass. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
So it's the Spurs now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And here's Porter. Last game he had 13. Thomas finds Sharp. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 for 5 attempts. Now, here's Johnson. Vassell, no good. 1:43 left in the first half of basketball. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Fox. Vassell, wide open. No good, unable to end this run. Brooklyn leading by 11. Pass to Porter. Shoots over Johnson. Porter, no luck. To the inside. Here's Cornett. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. Cornett's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Sharp. Tries again. And it's Porter heading it to go. Porter's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
And the deficit would be bigger if they hadn't been doing such a great job crashing the offensive glass this quarter.
Back to Fox. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that. You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
A steal and a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Vassell. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
And so it's Brooklyn in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Right back after this break.
Welcome to halftime, and after 2 quarters played, some ground to make up for the San Antonio Spurs.
They've done some good things. I mean, they've also let those other guys get comfortable at the offensive end.
Yeah, lazy D. They'll need to play with much higher energy in the second half.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Spurs trail by 9. Getting underway now in the second half, and here's the 5 for Mitch Johnson. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Johnson and Wembanyama make up the 4 in the 5. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. The rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. Offline with his 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Claxton, and Claxton throws it down.
Well, the defense has got to find a way to keep Claxton off the backboards because this is just a mental mistake, letting him get to that board.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation doors. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama. Banked in off the glass. Wembanyama's got his second bucket.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
And it's Fox with the jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Claxton, no good. Spurs trail by 9. Spins. Now, here's Fox. He's tightly guarded. Vassell sets a screen for Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. They're outside. The putback. And Claxton throws it down.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Take a look at Red Hot, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Fox. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far. Brooklyn leading by 9. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. And after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Demon. Red Hot the pass to Thomas. Sinks the triple. Thomas got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
Cam Thomas is a guy who is always shot ready. Nice catch and shoot there.
Wembanyama, a screen on Porter. Oh, Wembanyama, too easy.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Claxton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game format, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
It's tipped. Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now Fox. He's got 20. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
You put a difficult first half behind you, and you get busy in the second half. You love that mental toughness.
That bucket in no time at all. And the Nets lead by 14.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end. They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely...
Oh! Wow. Oh, my goodness. That is an absolutely insane finish by Nick Claxton.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. To the middle. He's looking for Wembanyama. He finds him.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And that one's good by Porter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Traore comes in for Cameron Thomas. Cornette kicks to Olynyk. And the call will be against Red Hot. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Sohan's checked in.
San Antonio substitution. Number 10, Jeremy Sohan.
Inside. And the dunk by Sohan.
Quick lift off the floor there. Jeremy Sohan.
Nets leading by 15. Nice shot by Red Hot. Red Hot's got 9 points now in just the second half.
How about the touch on that shot? That is tougher than it looks, folks.
Here's Waters. He's guarded by Williams. And yes, it's good.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
Brooklyn's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, he's got a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Harper. He's got 11. Four on the clock. Lets the three fly. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Zaire Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Sharp. Pass to Clowney. Nets passing it around. A 3 from Thomas. A rebound by the Spurs. Olynyk with it, out to the wing. Here's Waters. Clowney pulls it in. Brooklyn leading by 21. Thomas passes to Williams. Back to Thomas. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Thomas got 25 points.
He got loose from downtown the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
To Waters. Out left to the wing. Here's Harper. Here he goes. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharp.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Sharp. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Fox is checked in. Here's Olynyk. Clock is at 3. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs. It's deflected. Harper with the steal. Wembanyama left side. San Antonio again missing. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Fires the 3, and Thomas is good for 3. Thomas got 9 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Cornette, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, there is an art to working for the best shot available, and that right there is it.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Outside, Fox. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist in the game. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Johnson, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Vassell comes in for Kelly Olynyk. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Fox, no good.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Thomas. And it's off from three-point range. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And that one drops.
Come on now, that's a big-time bucket by Claxton. That was excellent defense.
Here's Wembanyama.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here's Clowney, covered by Johnson. A shot's good from Claxton. Claxton's got 20 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Spurs shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. G.A. he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
It's time now to present our player of the game, Red Hot.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Nets have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Last 2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Johnson outside. Back to Fox. Rebound, Brooklyn. Demons got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep, Thomas. It's good from long range. Thomas got 15 points in just the second half.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Red Hot.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
Hits the three-point bomb.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point,
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Claxton, no good.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Vassell, no good. Claxton against Wembanyama. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Red Hot. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Red Hot.